Debbie from Parrot P's and Q's again, and I am working on the third video for Companion Parrots Rehomed on you got a new bird, now what do you do? So today my model is Wingnut, and Wingnut is a Congo African Gray, and I met this bird last week, so not a lot of history with training here for this bird, but this bird's pretty awesome. So what I'm going to talk about today is stepping a bird up. And I like to start with doing something other than stepping a bird on a hand, because a lot of birds have had hands used against them in aversive ways. So I want to make sure that my hand is the source of good things for the bird. I want my hands to always treat a bird respectfully. I want my hands to be the source of treats for the bird. And so what I'm going to do today is show you 3 different ways of stepping the bird up. So the first one is going to be on a tabletop perch. And Wingnut did see this last week, but I'm being very careful how I move it toward Wingnut. And you can see that he's completely ready for this. Good job. The way that I started this last week was by luring him to it by putting treats around the perch and by having him track my hand to get on it. And let me just show you how that's done. You ready? Come on. So I position my hand in the direction I want him to go, and up he goes. So that's step up alternative number 1. We'll let him finish eating, and I'll show you step up alternative number 2. Which is using a T-perch. So birds may not have seen the little tabletop stand I just used, but this looks a lot like a perch in their cage. And what I like to do is make sure that I adjust this so that it's stabilized on the table. And again, the bird moves in the direction of my hand with the treat. Once I get the bird doing this several times, I will hide the treat by pinching it between my fingers. I'm gonna let him get off and see if he wants to get back on. So he does not see the treat now, and on he goes. Biggest mistake that people can make at this point is by picking up this perch and moving around with the bird. He's only done this a couple of times. This is a great sign that he's eating by standing on one foot, because that makes him vulnerable. So I want to make sure that he gets a lot of history of having some treats. What are you up to, huh? You want this? No? Okay. Not so much? Okay. Want to do it again? There you go. I want him to have some repetition here, because repetition builds confidence. Not sure what this is about right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get him to step back on the table. That one's empty, buddy. And I'm going to switch out treats and use something different right now. Oh, whole bag full of goodies, huh? Tracking my hand as a target and earning a nice big chunk of a walnut. Also standing on one foot and eating again. So this shows me that he's pretty comfortable on this perch. Sometimes when you change out reinforcers, you can get the bird to work a little bit longer. They have just been given their breakfast here, so he's not really that particularly hungry right now, but he is working nicely just for the chance to interact with me. I think he wants to give me a kiss. And for some unusual treats. So they don't get sunflower seeds and walnuts in part of their regular diet. So this is a nice treat for him. So the third way I'm going to show you, he's already showing me what he wants to do here, is I want him to step up onto my hand. So again, I'm moving him in my direction. And you saw that he immediately stepped off, so he's showing me that he's not particularly comfortable on my hand yet, okay? I can tell this bird probably has a history of stepping on the arm other than the hand. But I can get him to move in the direction I want him to go by where I place my hand. And again, I'm not moving my hand, I'm giving him a very stable platform, good boy. And letting him choose whether to get on or off of the platform. I like using a flat palm for any size bird because it's a more stable platform. Doesn't matter if it's a budgie or a hyacinth macaw, it's a very stable platform for this. Good job. So you can again see he's not completely comfortable here, but he does come back and repeat it every single time. So he is building a lot of confidence and trust, as we talked about in the first video. That's what I want to see. He's standing on the hand and eating now. Awesome. All right, and I don't want him on my shoulder, so I'm simply going to block him from going on my shoulder. Now the last thing I hope that you'll get to see, and he's not done this with me before, but again, we're building a lot of history here, so I'm gonna see if I stand my hand back and offer a perch, will he invite me into his space? There it is. Okay, did you see him lift his foot and invite me into his space? So that's when we know that a bird's engaging in a dialogue with you, a two-way communication. There he goes again. I ask, do you want to? He says, yes, I do, and then I move in and allow him to step up. So that's it for today. 3 different ways of stepping up a bird when you have a new bird in the home. This is Debbie from Parrot, Peas, and Cues. If you're enjoying this, please like my Facebook page, Parrot, Peas, and Cues. I'll see you next time.